Okay, the purpose of this video is it's going to be an initial look at the car, see what we're really working with, what we're starting with. I haven't touched the car at all in years, other than moving it from one place to another. But I think we need to start with the backstory of this car. Around 2010, I helped a friend of mine buy this car. And had the chance to screw him out of it. It was a good deal. He got it on a really good deal. I thought about it, but he's a friend. Anyway, he brought it home. He drew up this paint job and decided he was going to do it. Went ahead and got started, painted it himself. He joined a body repair class at the community college to learn how to paint it. So he didn't go into this blind. He tried to do it right. So I give him credit for that. He didn't work well, but he tried. But this paint scheme was his dream. And on the way home from getting it painted, it spun a bearing in the engine. So, of course, he gets it home. I helped him tear it down for his 4.9 liter swap that he wanted to do. And life got in the way. And it got pushed aside and delayed and delayed. And then one day, just as I'm trying to move to Ohio, I get a phone call from him and he says, I'm getting a divorce. I need to get rid of the car. Do you want it? And of course, yeah, I did. So that's how I ended up with it. And of course, that was around 2016 that I bought it. And it's sat since then because I haven't been in a position to work on it. And suddenly I am. So here we are, and this is what we're going to start with. Okay, before anything is said, I'm going to make it clear. I will be keeping this paint scheme. I know a lot of people think I should change it. Won't happen. It's grown on me. It was Joe's dream paint job, and I'm going to respect that and keep it. Like I said, it's grown on me. I like it. It's got some problems, but we'll deal with them as it comes. It's a good 15-foot paint job right now. It's filthy right now. I live on a muddy road, and I didn't get a chance to wash it. I brought it home as the shelter-in-place orders were coming in. So, didn't get a chance to wash it. It's filthy. I don't have water here at the garage, so I can't wash it. But, I did do some cleanup on this fender. So that gives you an idea of what the paint looks like. And it's, like I said, it's not bad. But there are flaws in it, like that's a notable issue. And we've got here we got cracks in the paint here. I swear this front has a greenish hue to it and the side doesn't. I think he painted the black first and then put the yellow over it on the sides and back here, and then he doesn't have a black backing on it up front. So I think that's what's causing that slight difference in hue I keep catching. But I'm going to do the trim all black, and I'm going to do the red stripe just like most of you have seen the picture of it. That's photoshopped by Terry Ray. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull the T-tops out and open the windows to make everything a little easier to see. I'll finish going around the outside first here. Rims they'll clean up nice, but needs 4 tires, obviously. They're old. The suspension's going to stay mostly stock for the moment. I think it should be solid. I plan to upgrade it, but I want to get it on the road first. I do have over here an entire front suspension that I'm going to restore separately so I can just swap it in when I get ready. And I've got an entire rear suspension and cradle as well. I got the cradle sitting there. But outside of that, what you see is what you get on the outside. We've got this Dodge Spirit, I think it's from the wing, that fits on there pretty good. Alright, we got the windows down, the T-tops out. First time this car's been like this since, well, at least 2016. But, let's go through, and I want to remind you that I am actually going through a lot of this for the first time on camera with you, so I don't know some of what I'm going to find in this. I actually just got the trunk popped open for the first time since 2016, so as I opened this hood, it felt like I got a hinge loose, so I'm going to have to check that. Overall, dirty, of course, but it looks solid. I'm not seeing rust anywhere. Obviously dusty. It's been closed up, but everything seems to be in pretty good shape. Looks like I need a radiator fan. Headlights. I'm gonna end up taking the headlight system out of the 87, so that won't be an issue. Looks like I'm gonna have some cleanup to do there, but it doesn't look too bad. Looks like just like some surface rust, a little bit over there too. But I can work with that. Other than that, everything looks pretty stock and normal up here. Like I said, missing that radiator fan, but I can take that out of the 87 too. I might as well let you know, the 87 over here that everybody knows me for lately, it's on its last leg. I am hoping to get it through this summer and play with it while I get this thing on the road, and then I'm going to part it out. I'm going to take all the best parts of it and put it on the T-top and sell what's left and be done with it. And I'll make another video on why I'm doing that, because everybody's going to argue, oh, it's too good, don't part it out. Wait till you see it. Anyway, back to this. Like I said, everything looks pretty normal, filthy, going to need a lot of cleaning, and that's something I can do in the next few days. We've got an issue with this door. It's a panel alignment issue, and if I try to swing the door open right now, it's going to bind right there in the fender. So I have to set the camera down for a second. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see me do this or not. Not really, I don't care. I'm just pulling the... Oh, I'll show you what I'm doing here. Since it was painted, he like I said, he was on his way home from getting it painted when he spun the bearing, so he just had this put together well enough to get it home. And I got to obviously attach some more body panels, but I got to pull that out while I open the door. Hold on a second. Okay, our interior. Obviously, it's been used to stash some parts. Most of the parts in here are going to be either stock parts or 4.9 parts. So, most of this is going to be useless to me, but we'll see. Generally, the dash looks to be in, or everything looks to be in pretty good condition in here. Obviously, put it back together, take care of a little bit of warpage here and there. Ooh, looks like we got an issue with the radio panel in the corner. I'm going to have to find a new one of those. Overall, I think with some cleanup, it'll look pretty good in here. I do need to, like I said, I'm parting out the 87, so I got a nice interior in there that I can use. But that's what. Oh, let's take a look at these T-top seals. The P seals, I helped Joe redo these just before it was painted. I guess it was just after it was painted. And so the P seals are in pretty good shape, just need to be cleaned up. Really, the rest of the seals look to be in very usable shape. Supposedly they don't leak. I don't know that I really believe that. I've had it either covered in a garage or under a tarp the whole time. but I don't believe that any T-top really doesn't leak. But obviously we've got paint issues all over it. Another crack here. Oh, but inside the engine bay, have not cleaned the trunk out yet. Again, spare parts. I've got some of the trim that's missing that's in here. Actually, it looks like between that trim and the stuff in the seat here, in the corner of the seat there, I think we might have most of it. It doesn't matter, I got to paint it all black, and anything I'm missing I can take off that car. Let me show you something I have actually never looked at. Yeah, that's nice. The engine bay. Try to see if we can get a clear. There we go. It's generally, again, dirty, but solid. We got a little bit of a rust issue with the battery tray. I don't know if it can be saved or not, but I'm probably going to do a front mount battery anyway. But I don't think that's going to go beyond the battery tray at all. The cradle, this is not the one that's ultimately going into it. This was one out of a parts car that I had that I threw in just to make it mobile. But this is the correct rear suspension for it. Other than that, like I said, a lot of cleanup. I am going to gut all the insulation from here, paint the entire engine bay with POR 15, and see where it goes from there. Probably cover the back wall with some heat insulation. Obviously, I've got the cables for the cables are for a Getrag. I'm putting the F23 in it. But obviously you can see where it is sat in the sun without the vents on even. And that was in the time between when it was painted, when we tore it down and it sat in Joe's driveway. But again, it's not rusty, it's just paint's gone discolored, and I'm going to redo that anyway. I have felt the upper frame rails, and they are absolutely solid, no hint of rust. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the frame condition of the car. Body could be better, but I knew that going into this. I wasn't pretending it was better than what it was. And that's the majority of it. I guess the next video I'll show it with a little bit of cleanup done, and we'll see where it goes from there. Oh, I guess I might as well add in, we also have a 3400 that's going into it. It happens to be sitting on a 85 cradle with an Isuzu, I think, attached to it. Yeah, that's an Isuzu. But Rodney Dickman mounts all the way around. But that's going to be moved over to the F23 over here. And I've got the Fiero ROG, or however is that Fiero Rogue or Fiero ROG? I don't know, somebody tell me. But I've got his mounts for the F23, and that should bolt right up to this and drop right onto the 88 cradle, and we should be happy. And there we have it. The truth behind the T-top. Thought I would add these in also. These are the T-tops. As you can see here, the seals, again, while dirty, appear to be in pretty good shape. So, all of the irreplaceable stuff on this car, I'm happy with.